ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, Siaya Governor James Orengo, and Embakasi East MP Babu Owino are among a group of 13 ODM leaders who met in Nairobi earlier today to discuss the party's future amid mounting internal turbulence, even as preparations for next year's general election gather pace. NTV has established that the leaders agreed there is an urgent need for ODM's top leadership to convene an emergency national delegates convention to deal with the growing fault lines within the Orange Party and chart its political direction ahead of the 2027 polls. Here's NTV's David Mudhoka with the details.
As the countdown to next year's general election gathers pace, a faction within the Orange Democratic Movement linked to Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna met in Nairobi today, signaling early political maneuvering ahead of the highly anticipated polls. Those present included Sifuna himself, Siaya Governor James Orengo, and Embakasi East MP Babu Owino. Others were nominated Senators Crystal Asige and Catherine Muma, MPs Millie Odhiambo, Kisumu Woman Representative Ruth Odinga, who is also the sister of former party leader the late Raila Odinga, and John Ariko. The meeting was also attended by former Attorney General Amos Wako, Nairobi County Assembly Majority Leader Peter Imwatok, former Makadara MP Ruben Ndolo, as well as politicians and business figures Edwin Ngonga and John Andiwo. NTV has established that the group is now pushing for a national convention of all ODM delegates to cool internal tensions and restore order within ODM amid simmering wrangles within the Orange Party.
What we are asking is that a national delegates conference be called with an immediate effect in ODM. There was no procedure whatsoever that was followed in getting the new leadership of ODM in place. So we want to take the top leadership as soon as possible. We want to revamp the party in all parts of this country. We respect our elders. But even the Bible says that let no one despise you because you are a youth. As Babu Owino, I always say, baada ya baba ni babu. Na ni babu kwa sababu. Ila babu tabu.
The meeting is also said to have revisited the issue of whether ODM should back President William Ruto's re-election bid or field its own presidential candidate. While the Sifuna-led faction is calling for a breaking of ranks with Ruto on matters 2027, a rival camp comprising Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga and National Assembly Minority Leader Junet Mohammed is pushing for an electoral pact between ODM and UDA.
If there are those people who think that ODM cannot produce a presidential material candidate, those are people who are short-sighted. Those are people who are dealers, not leaders. We want to help Kenyans. Kenyans are suffering, and we want to provide alternative leadership. You saw the opinion polls that were recently released.
Yes.
I should be the party leader of ODM. So let nobody say that, oh, Mara Babu is disrespecting the elders. No. Babu wants to provide leadership in ODM.
But does this faction enjoy the backing of Raila Odinga's widow, Ida Odinga, who just a day ago appealed for calm, unity and dialogue within ODM?
So Mama Ida will definitely support us. I have no doubt about that. She loves me as her own son. Winnie is my friend. Junior is my friend. Rosemary is my friend. The whole of that family, we are friends. And she will back us. And what we are doing is what her husband, Baba Etu, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, would do.
The meeting came just hours after a group of politicians identifying themselves as ODM founders urged the party leadership not to back President William Ruto in next year's general election, but instead field a presidential candidate who will face off with Ruto and other contenders.
Sikupinga. Tunaweza kufanya kazi. ODM is a government in waiting. ODM must present a presidential candidate. Kama watu ni waoga, Mheshimiwa Ndolo, endorse me or we will endorse you.
UDA iko 17% ya Kenya. then it means iko bure. Sababu ODM iko mwa, iko 24. Sasa utakuwaje wewe uko na 24 na tena wewe ni moto kubwa. Tena unaenda kusindikisha moto ndogo.
And should ODM ultimately opt to support President Ruto, the founders argue that the president must submit himself to ODM's internal nomination process rather than receive an automatic endorsement.
Kama kweli anasema atasaidia ODM, wewe William, kuja nomination, upambane, pambana na Oburu, pambana na James Orengo, pambana tena Sifuna, kijana naye anatosha, kwa sababu hata wana sasa wanafuata Sifuna, kupiga Sifuna, hatutakubali.
With competing voices now openly emerging within the party, ODM's next moves, particularly whether it rallies behind the government or reclaims its opposition identity, are shaping up as a major political test ahead of 2027. David Muthoka, NTV, Nairobi.